In a large sample test, 4 different kinds of normal test we do here. That is application of a test. First one, test for population mean, where single population will be given, the mean of that population samples mean, and maybe standard deviation of population, or maybe samples will be given, and we check whether that sample mean is as same as the population mean what we have accepted. So that we test there, that is for single population. And second one, test for equality of means of 2 populations. That is, 2 population will be taken, and for both the population we identify mean and standard deviation with help of samples, and we assume that both the populations mean are equal. So there is no difference between the mean of both, that is performance of both population. And the third one, test for population proportion. That is one population, single population proportion. We assume that here population proportion is same as samples proportion. So we can't go for entire population for survey. So what we do, we collect information from few samples, and whatever that sample gives the result, that we assume that it will be as same as what we expected. That is population's proportion. If they are not, whether they both are same or not, that we check here. And finally, last one, test for equality of a proportion of 2 populations. That is again 2 populations proportion here. So mean for single population and 2 population, and proportion for single population and 2 populations we check here. And always here single population, population mean and samples mean, whereas proportion for single population, population mean, population's proportion and samples proportion. Okay, and at the same time, when we take 2 population, we assume that both populations mean are equal. Okay, and we check that with help of the sample mean. And whereas 2 populations proportion, again we assume proportion of both population is same, and again we check it with help of samples proportion of both the population. Okay, now let us go for solution of problems given in the chapter. And already we discussed the steps. So first step is to write the null hypothesis, then alternative hypothesis, then formula, and solution, checking for the acceptance of H0 or rejection. Okay, so first problem, page number 238, problem number 3. I will read the problem. A sample of 100 students is taken from a college. So sample of 100 students. So n is equal to 100. If the mean and SD, standard deviation, of their weights are 51 and 5 kg. So mean x bar is equal to 51 kg and standard deviation is equal to 5 kg. So here the mean and standard deviation are taken from the samples. That 100 samples, mean and standard deviation are 51 kg and 5 kg. Now test at 1% level of significance. Level of significance is 1%. And of significance that the average weight of the college students is 50 kg. So mu is equal to 50 kg. So if we take example your college, in your college including first year and second year there are around 400 students. We can't go for checking the weights of all 400 students. What we do, from each section we take 5 students. So altogether 100 students we take and we measure their weight, and that 100 students mean weight is 51 kg. And what we assumed here, for entire 400 students mean is 50 kg. Okay, so now they are asking to check whether that population mean is 50 kg or not. What they thought is right or not with help of LOS, 1% level of significance. Okay. Now the null hypothesis for this problem. Okay. So that is H naught, the average weight of college students is mu is equal to 50 kg. So is 50 kg or is 50 kg or mu is equal to 50 kg. Okay, so exactly what they said here, mean is 50 kg. Now second step is to write the alternative hypothesis. So what is the alternative hypothesis? So they said exactly it is 50 kg, means if it is more than 50 kg then also it doesn't meet our average weight, and if it is less than also it is not our average, so it is not equal to. So alternative hypothesis H1, the average weight of college students is not 50 kg. So that means mu is not equal to 50 kg. Mu is not equal to 50 kg. So now with help of other means, let us calculate the formula for this problem is test statistic under H naught is Z is equal to, so it is a Z test, Z is equal to x bar minus mu divided, yes here sample standard deviation given, so therefore S divided by root n. Okay, so Z is equal to x bar is 51 minus 50 divided by S is 5 divided by root n, so root 100, and Z is equal to 51 minus 50 is 1 divided by 5 divided by 10 is equal to 1 divided by 0.5 is equal to 0. So now 1 divided by 0.5 is 2 exactly. So the value is exactly 2. So in a diagram, so our answer 2, Z calculation 2, so is 0 minus 2.5. The critical value for 1% is plus or minus 2.58. So minus 2.58 here and plus 2.58. So this is our rejection region or critical region, and this is our acceptance region. Since this answer, our answer lies in the acceptance region. Okay, so H naught is accepted. That we'll write here. Since, no, not since, directly I am writing at 1% level of significance, the critical values are, okay, so plus or minus 2.58, and therefore since Z calculation is lies in acceptance region or minus 2.58 is less than, is less than Z calculation and is less than plus 2.58. Therefore H naught is accepted. That means average weight of students is 50 kg. So what they have assumed is right. Okay, so since mu is not equal to 50 kg, it is two-tailed test. and the formula is x bar minus mu divided by s divided by root n, and 51 minus 50 divided by 5 divided by root 100 is 10, and 1 by 5 by 10, that is 1 by 0.5 is 2. And in the graph, just to show it roughly, 0 positive value and negative value both the side, as it is two-tailed test, minus 2.5 plus 2.5, and our z calculation lies in between both the values. Okay, so that I have written in the words here. At 1% level of significance, the critical values are plus or minus 2.5, and z calculation lies in the acceptance region, and symbolically minus 2.58 is less than z calculation, and again it is less than plus 2.58. Therefore, H0 is accepted. And H0, what it tells? The average weight of the students is 50 kg. And if our answer is more than 2.5, suppose it is 2.59 or 2.5, sorry, 2.6, 2.7 or 3, then H0 is rejected. That means average weight of the student is not 50 kg. Remember that. Okay, so even if it is 2.58 also, H0 is accepted. 2.59 H0 is rejected. Okay, now tell me any doubts. Okay, so sixth problem, H0 is the mean life, average life of the tires is 40,000 kg. Average life of the tire is 40,000 kilometers. So mu is equal to 40,000, and H1, okay, average life of the tire is more than 40,000 kg, H1, or is better, give better result. The average life of tires is more than 40,000 kg. So mu is greater than 40,000 kg. So it is one-tailed, and even we can say upper tail or positive right-tailed test, greater than. Okay, now the formula, test statistics. Under H0 is Z is equal to x bar minus mu divided by sigma divided by root n. So why I have taken sigma here? Because they have given standard deviation of a population, not a sample. Okay, so therefore sigma divided by root n. So Z is equal to x bar is 41,000 minus mu is 40,000 divided by root sigma is 5,000 divided by root 100. So Z is equal to 1,000 divided by 5,000 divided by 10. So root of 100 is 10. So 1,000 divided by 500. Z is equal to 1,000 divided by 500 is equal to 2. So the answer is 2. Now let us check whether it lies in a critical region or acceptance region. So what percentage level of significance they have mentioned here? 5% level of significance. So 5% level of significance, two-tailed test, the critical area. So at 5% level of significance, the critical values are, oh sorry, it is one-tailed, no? Okay, I forgot. So one-tailed test at 5% level of significance, the critical value is, so 5% level of significance, two-tailed test, critical values are plus or minus 1.96. And for one-tailed test, if it is upper tail, so greater than means upper tail. For upper tail, plus 1.65. For lower tail, that is if it is sign is less than, so less than means lower tail, the value is minus 1.65. Okay, so since this is a upper tail test, so since it is a upper tail test, we have a positive value, so that is plus 1.65, plus 1.65, and our test result is, our test Z calculation is 2. So it lies in the, I will write somewhere here, 1.65, that is what, critical value K, and our answer lies here, Z calculation 2. Okay, so it lies in the critical region or rejection region, and this side is a acceptance region. Okay, so critical region K start from here 1.65 towards infinity, and our answer Z calculation lies in the critical region or rejection region. Okay, so since Z calculation lies in rejection region, or symbolically Z calculation is greater than 1.65, that is K value plus K value. So therefore H naught is rejected. So H naught is rejected means life of a tire is not 40,000 kg. That means here H1 is accepted. When H naught is rejected, it means H1 is accepted. What hypothesis we have written in the acceptance line. So that is the average life of the tire is more than 40,000 kg. So or else what they have asked in the question, that is the product gives better result. Okay, so average life of tire is more than 40,000 kg, or product gives, I'll write here, better life. Okay, better if you write the H1, whatever you have written here. Okay, so life of average life of tire is 40,000 kg, and H1 is average life of tire is more than 40,000 kg. So mu is greater than 40,000. So greater than 40,000 means it is one tailed and upper tailed test. And upper tail means we have a critical value, positive value. And calculation 41,000 minus 40,000 is 1,000. 5,000 divided by root 100 is 5,000 divided by root 10, and 1,000 divided by 500 is 2. So our Z calculation answer is 2, and the critical value at 5% level of significance for one tailed test, upper tail test, is 1.65. So our answer lies in the critical region. Therefore, Z calculation is greater than 1.65. H naught is rejected. It means H1 is accepted. And H1 is the average life of tire is more than 40,000 kilometers. It means the tires gives better result.